Welcome to this free lecture from my Module 2 ZBrush Concept and Detailed Character Polypainting course. Hope you enjoy this little lecture, and if you're interested in doing the full polypainting course, watch the advert at the end of this free tutorial. Okay guys, welcome to this free tutorial here. What we're going to look at here is surface noise and applying it to certain parts of a mesh. Now as you can see here, I've got a cube which has just got some extrusions inside. It's a low res cube, and the power of surface noise is that it will give you high quality detail even on a low res mesh. You guys that use ZBrush will know the more resolution or subdivisions you put into a part, the higher the detail you're going to get through sculpting. So if I came down to this and I use something like a clay tubes brush on here, you would get this kind of pixelated look. But if I subdivided this up a few more times, then I would get a much smoother look, and this is based on the resolution of the mesh. So let me just undo those. So I've got it back down to 4, and this is the resolution that I'm getting at 4, so not very good at all. However, if I apply a surface noise to this, I can simulate a high res detail. So what we're going to do is, if we look at this model, I'm just going to take it down to the lowest subdivision level and turn polygroups on. I've actually got this piece and I've got 2 polygroups. If I press the Control Shift on here, you can see this is one of the polygroups, and Control Shift and drag, and you can see this is the other 2. My aim here is to put detail into these pieces. Okay. Now if you notice, you can't see all the way through it. You can sort of see when I go out of view, the background kind of disappears. So if that's annoying you, it just shows you which direction the surface, the front surface of the piece is. So it's quite handy. But if you want to get rid of that, you can come down to display properties and turn on double, and then you can see the background as well, or you can see the reverse surface normal. I'll turn it off for now and Control Shift and click this back. So to apply a surface noise onto it, what we can do is we can go into surfaces here and we can hit this noise button. I'm going to turn polygroups off here so you can polyframe off so you can see it. I'm going to go into edit and we're going to increase this noise in here so you can see that noise. It's going to be applied. If I click OK, it'll be applied to the model. Or what we can also do is we can apply a tileable texture to it. Now I've got a few tileable textures here that should do the job. I just grabbed these off the internet, just Google tileable textures, and these are all tileable apparently. So let us now apply one of those textures to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the edit button. Now what I don't want is, I don't want the fractal noise, this kind of noise here, to get in the way of my alpha texture when I add it. So I can change that, and I can get rid of this when I add the alpha. So if I click here on alpha, and we'll flick in one of these ones, such as this one here, click OK, and you're going to see this here, but there's noise on it, and that's because we've got noise on here. But if you go to mix basic noise and you set this on 0, it will basically clear out that noise. Now you can see in here by the alpha scale, I can actually scale this down, and it's tileable, so you're not seeing any changes. I can also increase the strength of it as well by clicking up here, or reversing it out by clicking here. So you can reverse that effect out. So I'm going to put it onto that, and I'm just going to click OK. Now what we're going to get is it's not going to be too bad. However, if you look around here, it's been stretched, and this is basically because what ZBrush is trying to do is it's looking at this as a 3D object, and it's trying to put it on it as a 3D object, and it's obviously messed it up. But we can solve our problem here by just creating UVs for it, and UVs are flattened panels. So if I just click OK now, and I turn the noise off here, we come back into polygroups, this simple piece can be UV'd, and it should flatten these pieces out. So if I go up to the plugin down here and I go to UV master, I can select keep the polygroups, and I can click unwrap, and I'm not even checking it because I know it's going to work. So now if I turn noise on, you've still got that effect, but watch what happens when I go to edit, and instead of 3D I select UV and I click OK. Now we've got a perfect result. Now I know what you're saying, you only want the detail inside these areas here. Also notice that this is a low res mesh here, Remember, I'm at the lowest subdivision level, so I could increase it and you get a much better effect, but I only want this effect inside of these areas. So to be able to do that, it's going to be quite easy. What we can do is we can just say to this, where areas are masked, don't show it. So to do that, all we need to do is press the Control Shift on here and Control Shift to isolate that, press the Control key to go into masking, mask it, and now you're going to see that the pattern doesn't appear on here because it's masked. Now Control Shift and click, and that's what we've got. You can reverse this as well if you wanted to, and to just get rid of the mask so you're not seeing the mask on that model, if you come down to masking here, you can just turn View Mask off. Now you get that effect, and now you have control over this piece as well. So if I go into edit and I decide to change the scale of this, and in fact even the strength of this, and click OK, it's just going to affect those areas. But remember, there is a mask on this, and because there is a mask on it, even though you can't see it, if you did something like tried to move it like this, you're going to get a weird thing going on because it's keeping the masked area. So if you did want to move it, you would need to clear that mask, move it, go to Control Shift, remask that area back up. Oh, let's go back to here. And then you turn View Mask off, and then you've moved it. So that is how we can do that masking. This is something that I feature inside of the Polypainting Module 2 course, as well as the first detailed sculpting course as well. So I hope this has been used to you. I'm going to bring out another video now on how to use surface noise to colour up certain things using the masking properties as well. Welcome to Module 2, ZBrush Concept and Detailed Character Polypainting. So during this course, the main features are painting and texturing skin with control layers, using surface noise to add colour and additional detail, masking techniques, image reference and projections, colour build-up and development, many tips and tricks along the way, including material fills and blends, and as a bonus, final render settings and compositing inside of Photoshop, plus much more. To buy this course, please visit mojomojo.newzenler.com.